Hello, and welcome to Chatting, a podcast where people chat about how they learn and use English. My name is Sam, I'm a CELTA teacher and a performer, and I have a particular interest in pronunciation and expression. In each episode, non-native and native speakers will chat about their experiences with English, share their advice, and, at the end, I'll give some pronunciation tips for you to take away and practice. So, ready? Let's get chatting. This episode, I really wanted to talk about my favourite drink in the whole world, tea. So, I decided to have a virtual chat with a cuppa with my friend Satu. Satu is from Finland and has an online tea business. We chatted about the difference between tea bags and loose leaf tea, who drinks the most tea in the world, and what tea is best to drink at different times of the day. But I started by asking Satu to tell me a little bit about herself.
So, my name is Satu, and I own a small tea company only for online business. I've had it only for a year and a plus, so...
A new business?
It's really...
In honour of our tea chat today, I am drinking green tea. So what are you drinking today?
Okay, my choice was the same, except I'm having a lemon sencha.
Lemon sencha. Is lemon sencha from Japan?
Yep.
So my green tea is from a tea bag. Is there a big difference between tea in a bag and tea that's loose that you then have to put in something?
So I think the choice is the style of preparation. So most people find it much easier and quicker to use bag tea. Yeah, no need for any kind of measurement, just brew.
Mm-hmm.
But some say that bag tea isn't as flavorful as loose leaf because the leaves used in most bags are tiny bits. And also the size of the bag limits the infusion ability. And also the ritual of brewing loose leaf can be both relaxing and meditative, but it takes, of course, more time. And with loose leaf, you can have the ability to create a perfect cup of tea with your own personal preferences.
So we can be very specific with our tea.
Yes, and of course, loose leaf tea are made up of whole unbroken leaves, so they need a room to expand for full-bodied flavor. So you have to choose your strainer accordingly.
Okay.
But in terms of health benefits, it doesn't matter how you brew, as long as you choose high quality tea.
So much information at the beginning of our chat. I love it. So let's go back to the beginning. So you're Finnish. Is tea very popular in Finland?
Well, we are famous coffee drinkers. That's true. That's true. Yeah. But tea came to Finland over 300 years ago from Sweden and Russia. But the Finnish tea culture has been changing over the past decade.
Okay.
For most people, they consume black tea, but the popularity of green tea is rapidly growing.
Okay.
Many consumers have acknowledged the health benefits of teas and are increasingly willing to try out new flavors and new types of tea.
Okay.
But we are way behind. So Turkey is the largest consumer of tea.
Is it?
Yeah, they annually per person drink 3.16 kilos tea.
Whoa. Okay.
Second is Ireland with 2.19 kilos.
Wow.
And UK is third with 1.94 kilos.
Oh,
And
so
Finland is way
way
behind,
behind.
with 240 grams per person.
Oh, that's quite a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised we drink so much tea, but I'm surprised we're only third. I don't suppose it tells you whether it's more black tea than green tea that they drink, or it's just tea in total.
If I remember correctly, for UK, black tea was the most popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Finnish then drinking their tea, is it just black tea or do they add milk, sugar, honey? How do they prepare it?
There's no special data with this, so I really don't know. Personally, I wouldn't add anything. Yeah,
Just black.
just black.
In the UK, we have big discussions about how you should prepare tea with milk. Do you put the milk first and then the tea, or do you put the tea first and then the milk? And what colour should the
Okay.
tea be?
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
But what about for you then? Do you have a favourite type of tea?
Well, it kind of depends what time I drink.
So this is an important point. What types of tea do people drink according to the morning, the afternoon, and the evening?
Well, there are, of course, no rules, but I hope people would explore
Mm-hmm.
because, like in the morning, I would choose matcha or black as they contain higher amount of caffeine.
Aha.
And if you have an empty stomach in the morning and want to manage your pH level, you can try white tea.
Ah.
That eases you in the day because it has reduced amount of caffeine.
Okay.
And green tea is perfect for mid-morning for more concentration and focus. Suppress your before lunch growls. You can try Japan Sensa or Genmaicha. They do have a lower level of caffeine, so they bruise you up nicely.
Okay.
After lunch, for reducing bloating and aiding digestion, try lemongrass ginger
Ooh.
or try peppermint. And for
Oh.
the evening, raw boys tea. It's
Mm-hmm.
caffeine free, comes
Mm-hmm.
in many flavors, delicious, hot or cold.
Mm-hmm.
And for bedtime, soothing and calming chamomile, the
Aha.
most popular tea for help you relax.
Yeah, I drink a lot of chamomile tea in the evenings. Do you?
No. No.
Were herbal teas always popular, or have they become more popular, do you think, recently?
I think it's becoming more popular, but
Mm.
of course, herbal tea is a bit of a misleading name as
Yeah.
these blends typically don't contain any tea leaves.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these infusions are made of dried fruits, flowers, spices, and herbs.
Mm.
So, the variety of flavor is really enormous. Then, of course, they have many health benefits because of the antioxidants and minerals and
Yeah.
vitamins.
Yeah.
But always with herbal tea, check the ingredients to avoid any risk with certain medical conditions.
That's a good point. Yes,
Yeah. And
absolutely.
also keep eye on the added sugar.
Ah, yeah. I
So,
hadn't thought of that.
yeah.
I'm interested in the change between black tea and green tea and now white tea. So, what differences do we see with white tea?
White tea, they pluck only the tea shrub buds and the first two leaves,
Okay.
and then they process it very lightly.
And this is
Yeah,
better for your digestion.
it's more richer with antioxidants. Yeah,
And
and it has less caffeine.
okay, so do you think we should go from black tea to white tea to green tea?
Yeah, I would say black tea is morning tea, green tea is mid-morning. But again, if you prefer low caffeine, then why not
Hmm.
white tea?
Tell me a little bit about matcha tea. You said that you drink matcha tea in the mornings.
Yeah, matcha is made out of the whole leaf
Okay.
and it's grown under the shade. So you consume the whole leaf, and that's why you get antioxidants with that.
Right, not just brewing it, but actually consuming it.
Yeah, because it's fine powder,
Right.
but it's a bit trickier to brew. You have to whisk it.
And do you make it with water or with milk?
I like matcha latte.
Aha.
So my quick version would be that I add the matcha into a tiny bit of cold milk and then whisk it and then add warm water. You are not supposed to use boiling water because that destroys the kind of green leaf.
Oh, yeah.
So always with green tea, you are not supposed to use boiling water, only with black tea and herbal tea.
Gosh, so we have to also be careful of the temperature of the water then when making
Yes.
tea.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that because green tea is more sensitive?
Yeah, you ruin the green
Ah,
leaf. So the black tea is already oxidized fully. That's why it's black.
gotcha. Gosh, I never really think about these things. You just take the bag, put the water, and then
True.
drink. So,
True.
um, with you and your company, then, Satu, have you discovered some teas that you had never heard of before?
Yeah, for me, matcha was a new thing.
Okay.
And also mate. I never heard that one.
What's that? How do you spell it? M-A-T? M-A-T-E?
Mate. That's an herb original from South America.
Ah, okay.
It's really packed with caffeine, so it gives you energy and stimulates your mind. So yeah.
I guess you have to be careful, maybe if it's packed with caffeine.
Oh yes, yes. Of course, the type and amount of tea leaves and the water temperature and the brewing time that affects the amount of caffeine in a cup. So I have some approximate amount in a cup, like Mate has around 80 milligrams
Okay.
in a cup versus black tea has around 50 milligrams in a cup. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's a
full
lot,
of
isn't it?
caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you have any plans to sell any new specialties at any time soon?
Yeah, I have. Of course, Christmas is approaching, so I have
Yes.
few Christmas flavored teas
Uh-huh.
and something exciting coming soon.
This is exciting. So, with Christmas teas, what flavors do you find in these teas?
Apple is very common, and of course, cinnamon, anise, all those warm kind of tasties.
Yeah, yeah. Any other tips about tea before we finish?
Hmm. Somehow, tea is kind of comforting for
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
and I always wondered why I take the teacup with both hands.
yeah.
I don't know. It's easy drink after you hike outside because of the cold weather. It's really nice to
Yeah,
have a cup of tea.
it certainly is. Holding your cup of tea with both hands, especially on a cold day, is indeed very comforting. If you're interested in looking at Satu's tea offerings, you can find her at aitotea.fi. Learning about mate or mate tea was very interesting. Very interesting. So this episode's pronunciation tip is a vocabulary tip. Specifically, it's an adjectives tip. Now, I've noticed more and more that there are many English language accounts on social media that keep telling learners to stop saying very. Why are they doing this? Well, I think these teaching accounts are trying to encourage learners to use different, more interesting vocabulary, which is very helpful. However, there's a little more information that you should know before you just stop saying very. In English, we have two groups of adjectives, gradable and ungradable. Now, imagine these two groups sit on a scale of 0 to 5. Gradable adjectives such as big, small, cold, hot, funny, tasty, nice are the adjectives that sit between 0 and 4 and can move up or down the scale, so made stronger or weaker with adverbs. For example, let's put the adjective cold at number 1. To go down the scale to 0, we can say phrases like I'm a bit cold or I'm quite cold, meaning less cold. If you want to move up the scale to show you are more than cold, we can add words like very, really, so, and extremely. So your scale could be, I'm a bit cold, 0. I'm cold, 1. I'm very cold, or I'm really cold, 2 or 3. I'm so cold, or I'm extremely cold, 3 or 4. Notice also how you can use your intonation, the way you say the word, to show how you feel. But what happens when cold plus these adverbs are just not strong enough? Say hello to ungradable adjectives. These are the extreme versions and sit at number 5 on our scale. We move from I'm so cold or I'm extremely cold to I'm freezing. If you want to make this 5++, you can use adverbs like absolutely, completely, totally, or utterly. So I'm absolutely freezing. Important note, we cannot or should not say very freezing. Very only links to gradable adjectives. The important point here is nuance. If you think about the scale, the difference between very cold and freezing is actually quite big. So just changing from one to the other may not be as similar as you think. To practice this difference, here are 3 situations with a gradable adjective plus very and its ungradable version. First, interesting. Gradable adjective, very interesting. Fascinating. Ungradable adjective, no very. Try this difference. The class was very interesting today. The class was fascinating today. Next, angry. Gradable adjective, very angry. Furious. Ungradable adjective, no very. Try this difference. I'm very angry with you. I'm furious with you. Finally, tasty. Gradable adjective, very tasty. Delicious. Ungradable adjective, no very. Try this difference. Your dish was very tasty. Your dish was delicious. So, to recap, gradable adjectives can be modified up or down, stronger or weaker, and the word very is very useful to express where on the scale you are. Ungradable adjectives are the extreme and don't link to very. Over to you to practice. So there we are. The transcript of this episode is available to read on the podcast's webpage, so take a look. Join me next time for more pronunciation and grammar tips, more advice, and, most importantly, more chatting. My thanks again to Satu, and, for her music, a huge thanks to the wonderful Mara Carlisle. Bye for now.